Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think you'll have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
And we won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? How you cannot go
baby,
again?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how you guys doing? Come on in. Okay, you guys, today is December the 6th, 2023. It is already December the 6th. Wow. Okay, you guys. There was an update. We didn't come on Monday because I was trying to get my car from the shop, and it took a little bit longer than I thought it would. So by the time we got it done, we had to eat, and then I had to go to work. So you guys know how that worked. My car was in the shop. It wasn't nothing serious, but we got to do what we got to do. We got to get ready for this winter, because here where I'm at, it's snowing and all this other stuff, and yeah, getting locked out your car is not a good thing. You guys, but I did want to come on that day so bad because I had an update on baby Zeke. That was the kid that we were talking about, the 10-month-old. If you guys don't know, he came up missing. His dad and the mom must have got into it because there was a 911 call came in, and she said she heard the disturbance, the dispatcher. So we're going to talk about the update on it. I know you guys probably heard it. If you didn't hear it, stick around. You're going to hear it for the first time today. So, and it's not good news, and I knew it was not going to be good news, but I want to make sure everybody know we don't talk about one race of babies over here. To just be honest with you, baby is a baby, okay? I don't care what color they is, and I don't put more emphasis on one race, a nation, or color, or gender, or anything. A baby is a baby. And but for some reason, sometimes you get the feeling, um, you know, uh, a lot of people did not know, and this is awareness. Over here, we want to make sure that people are aware that things are happening to kids, and they're going to continue to happen if we don't change our ways and we don't try to help our community. We don't help people that surround us. We don't help our friends and family. Things like this can happen. So, and I did say something on this situation. I said the father, just by looking at him, I had got this notion, I don't know what you want to call it, that something mentally was wrong there. It wasn't like it was like they got into it because of a fight or anything like that. I kind of felt, and I didn't know, I didn't have no evidence of it. So, sometimes I don't speak on those things. But when I feel compelled to speak on it, and that's what my spirit was telling me, I spoke on it, and it came to light. Which anytime that it is of God, it comes to pass. But anyway, nevertheless, we're going to talk about this. Hey, everybody, thank you guys for showing up. I want you guys to know I am already getting the cards and the monies together so that we can have our Christmas in July. I mean, not in July, but we'll have our Christmas in December. I'm thinking it might be December the 17th that we're going to have it. It's going to be on a Sunday. Someone requested it, and so you know how family is. When family come in and say, hey, I want to be there. I'm part of this family. I don't want to be at work. I don't, I've got this going on. Family's coming. I got to do some cooking. I want everybody to be able to show up. We're going to show out. We're going to have some fun. That's what it's all about. So right now, I don't have the cards in front of me, but I do know that we got some McDonald's cards. We got some Burger King cards. We got some lobster cards. We got some Bed and Bath and Body cards already. So I'm starting to pick them up. I decided that we will have cards and we will have money. Some people suggested to me, they reached out and they said, hey, SP, do not just do money because it's all about fun. And you know what I'm saying? And I said, yeah, we kind of had a little program going. Because sometimes I like when, okay, if it's just a little thing, it's just the ideal of the fun and just the hope and, like the surprise. Whether it's a $5, $10 coffee card or whatever, it's all about just unity. And that's what we're going to continue to do, is how we've been doing it. Hopefully everybody give me the right address. Let me know quickly when you don't get it or something so we can track it, because we do have tracking. But I don't know what you want me to do after a couple of months or something. I don't know. This way I can get it to you really quick. I ain't got to wrap nothing. I ain't got to package nothing. I ain't got to wait in line. I just slip it in an envelope and boom, it should be at your house within that same week. So, or I'll let you know when it all goes out, so everybody should know. I still know that I need to put Lisa Calhoun's pictures up. I haven't done that. I had, we're off in our finals. I guarantee you I took a whole week off next week. So I'm not going to wait till the last minute, Lisa Calhoun. I'm not going to wait till the last minute. But you have been on my mind, and I have not forgotten you. Just want you guys to know. Anyway, those are the updates. There's nothing new that's came down the pipeline about any other cases that we have discussed and talked about. I want you guys to know that. Like I said, come the first of the new year, I will be going back downstairs and doing our lives downstairs where you guys can see me, and I will not be still seeing you. But hopefully you guys will, we'll pick it up. But for right now, with class and trying to do things and everything, trying to test in and all this other stuff, it gets a little hectic. I just want to stay upstairs, and that's all it is. I be sometimes moving around. You guys don't know it, but I be moving around, and and you don't need to be seeing Papa, and sometimes he's at home and all this other stuff. But anyway, nevertheless, how you guys doing, Gail? Hey, how you doing? I see Woke the God in the building. I see Margie. We still got 3 more minutes. I see Sanja Waz. Woke the God. Miss Dee Dee's in the house. Nancy LaRose. Wanda Lenore's in here. Lisa Taylor. Lisa Calhoun. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for showing up. You guys are the best. I say you guys are the best. And it is so. And we got Margie Mack in the building. Margie Mack. Anyway, you guys. And if I don't see you guys, later on, or you get busy, or you're getting ready to go out of town or whatever, I want you guys to know, I want you guys to have a Merry, Merry Christmas. And don't forget, it's not about a gift. It's not about money. Please don't. The sad thing about when these holidays come, people get all uptight because they get off into that tradition thing. They forget. And it's weird because they forget. And I know that this is not actually baby Jesus's birthday. I mean, it definitely wasn't in, the wintertime. But anyway, but it could have been because winter probably is hot over there. I don't know. Some things are fornicated a way that we don't know. But we do know that a person named Jesus was born in Bethlehem, and that is recorded in that archive. So, nevertheless, you can pick out of that what you want to pick out. I'm not debating it. I'm just stating what is in the archives so you guys can know. SP, is next week your last week of school? It is. It will be the last week of school, and I am getting ready to take my test. And I thought I was going to take my test for 30 days and then go in and test in. And my success coach told me to do not do that today. He says, study long. You need to study more than what you think. So, okay, that's what I'll be doing. And next week I will be off work. So I might come on a little bit just to get away from the books and all that other stuff. Just coming in and say, hey, you guys were getting ready for our Christmas giveaway. But hopefully while I'm at work tonight, I will get Lisa Calhoun's pictures up. And hopefully information that you guys, if you want to get a basket, she makes these baskets in. I'm going to put them on the community board. And she makes these baskets. And if you want to order one or get one from her, I will probably get the information from her. And that you can get in touch with her and order you a basket or whatever. Anyway, nevertheless, let's get off in this. So the father has been arrested after missing Idaho baby and pregnant wife are found dead, you guys. Okay? An Idaho baby was found dead Saturday, one day after the Amber Alert was issued. Because you remember, baby Zeke came up missing, Thursday night. Now, we did not know exactly what happened prior to that, so we're going to talk about that, you guys, just to let you guys know. We're going to talk about it a little bit. And it says on Saturday, one day after an Amber Alert was issued for him, according to the police, the child was found near his father, who is now in custody in connection with the death of his pregnant wife. And I didn't know at the time that his wife was pregnant and expecting another child. But she was pregnant at the time and expecting their second child. Now, remember, they are newly married. I think they got married in 2019. That was something else. No, I think they were dating from 2019. They got married in 2022. Okay? So the child was found near his father, who is now in custody and in connection with the death of his pregnant wife in a case that the woman's family says has left them in an unimaginable pain. The police searched nearly 30 hours for 10-month-old Zeke Best. They call him Z, and who was reported kidnapped after his mother, Kylie Jean Randall, 38 years of age, was found dead inside her home in Victor, Idaho on Thursday. According to the Bonneville County Sheriff's Office, Jeremy Albert Best, Randall's husband, that's the father, the husband, and Zeke's father, was named by authorities as an armed and various dangerous suspect, both in his wife's death, which was ruled a homicide, and his toddler's kidnapping. Now, this could have been a mother that was like, no, you're something's not right with you, and she was trying to protect her child, and he took her out. I say, we don't know what was going on in Jeremy's mind. Okay, so after an Amber Alert was issued Friday for Ezekiel, I think it was around about 4 o'clock that morning. He came up missing about 11 o'clock Thursday night, and 4 o'clock Friday morning, they put out an Amber Alert. His body was found on the side of the road. Okay, hold on. Before we get into that, because some people always want to come and say some certain things about Amber Alert. But there are a criteria that you have to have, and it's just like anything else. Just like schools, you got to have prereqs, you got to pass TEAS tests, you got to take certain classes, you got to get certain grades. There's a criteria you have to meet to have that Amber Alert. It's not because of a color. That may have something to do with why they don't take it as serious, but it has to do with what was the child wearing, who was last seen with the child. Is there a vehicle involved? Do you got a tag number? Do you have a person in particular that you're looking for? Or what color was the person? Or what time it was? Those are criteria that was met in this one right here, because they knew that the dispatcher was talking on the phone to a young woman at that address, and there was some kind of confrontation going on. In the confrontation, somebody from outside of the home could have seen Jeremy leave and get in a vehicle and seen the vehicle. And they knew that baby Zeke was missing. He was not with his mother, that there was a baby at the home. They called the family. The family let them know she's got a baby and she's expecting, and they start looking for this child. When there's a child involved, they hurry up and figure out what something's going on. Is the baby at the daycare? Is the baby with the father? Where's the father at? Then they learned to find out that this young man, or I say young man, he's 48 years of age. His name is Jeremy Best. That earlier, prior to this altercation or disagreement with his wife at the home, he was seen, and not only seen, he was at some store naked. He was walking around the store naked, and they called the police. Something was not right in this man's mind, okay? Hey, come holler at us, sister. How you doing? And hey, Zena, what's going on? And so they called the police. They picked him up. They sent him to it's a behavior unit. They call it BU. We call it here BU something, BSU. I don't know what they call it there, but they call them behavior units, where, somebody's doing something that they normally wouldn't do. It doesn't make sense. Walking around naked, you can't do that. So they have to evaluate you, ask you a whole bunch of questions, and you got to answer the questions. If you know who the president is, you know your name, you know where you live, you know what day it is, you know what month it is. You know how to count or whatever. You know your address. Do you want to kill yourself? Do you want to harm other people? Do these are questions that they ask you. I've been in many of them, so I know they ask you, do you want to harm other people? Is there something that you hear? Is there a voice talking to you? What are they saying? If they're saying to do something harmful to you or someone else, those are things that will keep you. Now, here's the sad part about going to one of these hospitals and getting evaluated. Now, people that has been into a mental situation before, they know the right things to say and they know the wrong things to say. So it's very easy, and I'm telling you this, just because you're just not in your right mind, you can click in and click out. You can click in because you're trying to get it together, and at the same time you're trying to get it together, your mind, you can still understand common sense things like your name and your address, and you don't want them to keep you because you want to go home and you don't feel like you need medication, so you're not going to say those things because you got still some your body is known to protect itself. I can't remember what it's called, but it's called self-preservation, first of all. Okay? Now, in that, your body, regardless if you're talking right or not, you have to be at a certain level to not understand who was, and then you get it mixed up and they be like, oh, they don't want to hold somebody that's just, you may not know how to spell the president's name, or you don't know who the president is because you don't care who the president is. And so now we're going to keep you. No. Like I said, there's certain questions that they ask you, and they ask you more than once. They have you on camera. When you're in the room, you can leave, you can walk around, because they can't hold you prisoner just because, you took off your clothes. I've seen people come in, I've seen people leave that I be like, I don't know why they didn't keep them, because, they went in. There's a certain look, too, that people have also. And so they kind of try to evaluate you. They only have so many beds. Sometimes people come in there, they get picked up because they're homeless. And sometimes they just have, they might be on some drugs or something. And then they just need to kind of, regroup. And once they regroup, there's no need to keep them because their high has left them. And now they know who they are. So most of the time, that is the problem. But 9 times out of 10, it's probably an imbalance in their imbalance, chemical imbalance, and maybe they're not taking their medicine or they missed their medicine. And that's something else I want to say before we get off into this. When you're taking this type of medicine, so before we get off into the crucial details, you guys, I want you guys to know I deal with these type of people all the time. So you remember when you started taking birth control pills? Let me tell you something about birth control pills and mental pills, or psychedelic pills, or if you want to say emotional evaluations of people who take they want psychotic pills. That's what they want to call them. I guarantee you they're going to start calling them something else because people are going to say, why you want to call them psychotic pills? Because that's kind of derogatory, right? So anyway, they're going to come up with something more extravagant to call them, but they're actually called psychedelic or psychotic pills. If you take them, and you're supposed to take them and every day, you can't take it at 8 o'clock today and tomorrow you want to take it at 12, because by 8 o'clock the next day in the morning, if you don't take it again, and it has a 24-hour not release, but a 24-hour active, because pills have 3 things. And I don't deal with pills that much because we got med aids that do that. But I can tell you, they have a time, an onset, okay? Psychotropic, okay? Um, yeah, psychotropic. They call them psychotropic, but they're gonna start calling them something else because that's still kind of like derogatory to people. So yeah, I'm just waiting on it. I guarantee you it's gonna happen. So they have an onset. Pills have onsets, and it could say it can start working in 10 minutes. It can start working in an hour, 30 minutes. Just like when you take a Tylenol. Okay? You say, okay, you take the Tylenol. They say, do you feel better? No, they're not going to say that. They're going to wait 30 minutes, and then they're going to come to you and say, you should starting to feel better. It takes an onset means when the pill should be in your system, and now it has activated. Okay? So the onset of these psychological pills or whatever you want to call them, psychotropics, is maybe quickly. I mean quickly, but sometimes it may take a whole day to get in your system. So the first day, it may not even work. So you know what I'm saying? You don't want to waste it. So then it has the length of time that it will be the peak time that it will reach its peak in your body. You have that time that people that pass meds and your pharmacists and stuff. If you ever want to know, you can ask your pharmacist. Or any kind of medication has these factors in it, and they'll know. Okay, so I took this Tylenol and it started working in 30 minutes. So in like 2 hours, it's reached peak. That means if I'm not feeling better in 2 hours after I done took that Tylenol, that it ain't gonna work, okay? Because by then it should be working and you should be feeling so much better. So that they have to do that so they'll know if, hey Freddie, how you doing? Hey sister, how are you doing? See you in the building. And so they have to know if they have to start giving you something more powerful or your body is not accustomed and immune to that particular medication. And then they've got, that's called like the duration. You need the duration time. How long will it continue to work? Just like gas. You put gas in your car. If you put $2 in there, you're only going to get 2 blocks. You're not going to make it all the way across town. That the duration of the medication in your body. What I wanted to talk about is the time that you take it. If it has a 24 hours that it's going to be in your body, the duration of that pill working in your body, come 8 o'clock the next day, if you don't take it at that particular time and you wait 4 hours, you got 4 hours. You got, because I said 8 to 12, you got 4 hours that, guess what? You could be out of your mind. This is just like your pills that you take when you're well, you don't want to get pregnant. If you take the birth control pill at 8 o'clock, if you don't take it at 8 o'clock the next day, you are putting yourself in a bad situation that you can get pregnant in those 4 hours if you go and doing some huckling buckling. And I'm just telling you that. Take it from an expert. When I say expert, is because, hey, I've got a child within taking birth control pills and did not take them at the right time. And people will tell you, oh, it didn't work. No, they work. But if they didn't explain it to you the way I just explained it to you, you have to take it at the same time because you're not protected in those times that you don't take it. Okay? In those hours. And it only takes one time and some super sperm and you will have a baby. Anyway, let's get into that. I wanted to say that because this guy, it says after an Amber Alert was issued Friday for Zeke, his body was found on the side of the road on Saturday morning. Police said the child was found dead after a group of hunters called to report a man in a sleeping bag on the side of the road. The man was identified as Best, Jeremy Best, okay? The caller stated the man was naked. So Jeremy was on the side of the road, naked, in a sleeping bag, you guys. Now remember, before he went to his home where his wife, his pregnant wife was, he was seen at the store naked. And they sent him to a behavior hospital unit and they released him. Okay? Anyway, they may say some of this. I haven't read this yet, so it's going to be new to me as it is new to you too. I'm just telling you what happened. But right here, they're not telling you he was in a sleeping bag on the side of the road naked, smoking cigarette, talking different, like weird. They said the caller stated the man was naked, and I'm just giving you that. That's me paraphrasing what I've already know. The caller states the man was naked and making odd statements. The sheriff office said in a news release, Best 48 was taken into custody Saturday on a warrant issued in connection with his wife's death. The sheriff's office said charges had not been announced by the police as of Monday morning, and the investigation is ongoing. Best will remain incarcerated until arraignment before the court. And they usually go Monday or Tuesday. He's probably already went, and we need to find out the update on that, and we will do that today. Police said in a statement, and if somebody already got the update, send it to me so I can get it and everybody will know at the same time. The police said in a statement it was not immediately clear whether Best has an attorney or not. Brian Randall, which is Kylie's brother, said in a statement to East Idaho News that the family is devastated by multiple deaths in 3 days. So the baby, and we don't know who else is done passed away, but the baby is gone. Little Zeke, baby Zeke is gone. The baby that is in the mama's belly, the unborn child, is gone. And remember something, and some people say he might get 3 life sentences because that's 3 deaths. But I don't know, but I know in the state of Kansas and pretty much in a lot of other states, it's not viable unless the woman is 20 weeks pregnant. So I don't know how many weeks of pregnancy she was, but that is just a common thing. But it could be somewhere else. It could be 24 weeks. It could be something else, But more than likely, she has to be 20 weeks, and 20 weeks is 4 months pregnant, and I don't know if she was that. Anyway, our Zeke is now at rest with his loving mama and unborn sibling, he said. The pain we feel is unimaginable, and we thank everyone for the support. You will never know how you have lifted our family up during this time. Please pray for the family. As this is an ongoing investigation, we ask for privacy as we take time to process and grieve. And that is why when you hear people talk like that, they are really grieving. That's how that works. When you hear people like, I don't want to talk or whatever, they're not really processing it. They're saying stuff, and everything. Now, have you noticed that they have not said nothing angry or aggressive towards Jeremy Bass? But anyway, nevertheless, and that's just different. That's just how sometimes different nationalities deal with stuff. And I don't know. But, I would be all over the place. But anyway, they wouldn't even print what I say or how I feel, because I wouldn't even talk to them. I'd be like, go screw yourself. I don't talk about what? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I couldn't do it. That's how when people grieve differently. So when people come and they say something like, hey, SP, all people grieve differently, you ain't telling me nothing new, okay? I'm not the smartest cookie in the bunch. But you're not telling me nothing new. But I guarantee you, they grieve. We all grieve. When a loved one, especially a child, gets taken out of here, we grieve. That's just natural. We don't sit there and go dancing. Okay, let me go somewhere else because some people in here know what I'm talking about. But anyway, most missing children named. Now my phone want to do some stuff. In an Amber Alert, notifications are found alive, according to recent reports. Yeah, when they do an Amber Alert, they normally find them alive. From the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, in 2021, the most recent year for which data is available, 2 children were found dead among the 254 Amber Alerts issued in 2020. 10 children was located deceased among the 200 Amber Alerts issued that year. About 1,500 children had been safely recovered due to Amber Alerts as of September 30th. Accordingly to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Bess and Kylie Randall met in 2009 and married in September 2022. Bryant Randall told the People magazine he told the outlet that his sister was a veterinarian technician who became an artist and made handcrafted jewelry. She was absolutely a genius, beautiful soul, the brother told People. Bess was reported to law enforcement Thursday after, thank you for sharing. Bess was reported to law enforcement Thursday after he walked naked into a general store in Swan Valley, Idaho, according to the Bonneville County Sheriff's Office, after he was taken to Eastern Idaho Regional Medical Center in Idaho Falls by ambulance. Bess was released from the hospital once he was medically cleared that same day. And he went directly home and did this stuff, you guys. Okay? During our contact, his apparent medical and potentially mental health needs outweighed any criminal issue known at that time, the sheriff's office said on Facebook. Hold on. So during our contact, his apparent medical and potential mental health needs outweighed any criminal issues known at that time. You know, I've dealt with people that break out my windows and stuff, and then they will send them to the B unit, behavior unit, BU. And I would never get my money back because they broke out my windows because they was having an issue or something. But, you know, I'd be like, I want to get paid. Or they go to court and get fined for vandalizing my stuff. And they just walk out. They all want, I lose my mind. And they go to BU. And they get out the same day. They don't go to court, nothing. They don't get tickets or anything. And, you know, that's how a lot of people get out of stuff. I know people talk to me about that. And like I said, I've dealt with stuff like that before. So, but there's nothing you can do because they do, you know, the mental health do outweigh any criminal issues. But, I mean, I cannot say nothing negative about the hospital. Did they not know? Because like I said, they know what to say, how to say it, just to get out of there. Okay? And I know that. I see it all the time. I deal with people every day. And one day, you know, they be answering questions. And then you talking to them. Then they get to start saying something that ain't make no sense. You be like, girl, what's wrong with you? Like, are you serious? You know? So, and here's the thing. Mental problems is all kind of different problems. It's not just you cuckoo or whatever, you know. Some people be like, oh yeah, they cuckoo. It could be depression, you guys, okay? And that's one of the main ones. It can be losing a job or thinking about a trauma situation. It could be just everything just overloading. And I'm going to tell you right now, and this is for the people in the back, we are not designed to handle all the stuff that we see right now. So you're gonna feel some kind of way. You're gonna to, hey, if you need to go to the hospital or go to the doctor or go talk to somebody, that's what you need to do. Do not put things in your own hand thinking, I'll just take a little sippy sip or I'll go smoke me a little something something. Don't do that, okay? Because that's only going to make things worse, okay? The job part, you won't be able to find a job. You won't even be thinking right. You're spending your money on things that you don't need to, and then you're not taking care of your hygiene stuff and brushing your teeth and washing your face. And then people looking at you, and they can tell by your teeth turning yellow and all this other stuff that, you're doing things you got no business doing. Or I don't care. You may not even have no teeth or something. You just gonna have to suck it up and just continue to keep going forward no matter what, how bad things get. Talk to somebody. If you can't talk to a friend, call somebody you don't know and just start talking to them. Just say, hey, can I just talk to you? And then they'll say, yeah. I can call somebody right now and say, you don't know me from a can of paint, but can I just talk to you? And I've done that before. So I'm telling you, I'm not telling you on the side like I'm making fun of stuff. I'm telling you, I've had to do that. Like, I don't want my friends to know. I don't want my family to know. I'm going through this. I'm feeling this kind of way. And I've called somebody up and say, hey, can I just talk to you? It was a pastor, though, but still, he didn't know me. And I didn't want him to know me. I didn't want him to know because I want to tell the truth. I want him to know what just done happened. I don't want to sit there and say, I don't want to tell you because you know my brother, or I don't want to tell you because you know my husband. I don't want to tell you because you might say something. I don't care if he say something because they don't know me from a can of paint. So I want to tell the truth. So I just called this pastor up because you can find him in the phone book. I mean, find the numbers in the phone book, call the church and say, hey, pastor, can I just talk to you? You don't know me, I don't know you. But I just want to tell you, life sucks right now. I just lost my job. My boyfriend just ran away with the spoon. And they say it's all my fault. And I do everything right, but everybody doing everything wrong. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm feeling some kind of way, and I might just take me a little sip right now while we talk. But I'm mad. And then once you get mad, you get over it. Pray about it. He gonna tell you find a Bible-based church. And you may do or you may not. It doesn't matter. But sometimes telling the truth and just hearing it come out, and you can get over it. Because that's what's wrong. The people that have harmed you or did something to you, they're gone on their way, and they are buying cars, having relationships, making love, eating popcorn, and you're sitting over there mad, disappointed, frustrated. Life ain't right. And that's why it hurts you more than it hurts the people that has hurt you. You don't see it. They probably went to God and asked God to forgive them, and they don't even know what they done did. But you sitting over there mad and disappointed and finna lose your mind. And it's, looky, Jeremy Best. I'm just giving you a good example there. But anyway, that was the most important thing we could do right now then to make that scene safe. So they said, during our contact, his apparent medical and potential mental health needs outweighed any criminal issues known at the time. The sheriff office said on Facebook, understand that we helped facilitate removing him from being an issue at the store and got him to a place where those medical, mental health needs could be assessed. That was the most important thing we could do right then to make that scene safe and get Mr. Best the right resources he needed. The sheriff office added there was not an indication at that time his behavior would continue, escalate, pause, change, or stop, which is why he was taken to the appropriate place, the hospital, for evaluation. Hours later, deputies with the TeNika County Sheriff Office responded to an open 911 call close to midnight at the residence where Bess and Kylie Randall lived. Randall was found unresponsive and pronounced dead at the scene. An arrest warrant was issued for Bess in Teton County in connection with his wife's homicide, and police said that Best is believed to be armed and very dangerous. At around 4:30 a.m. Friday, the Idaho State Police issued an Amber Alert to look for Zeke Best, 10-month-old son. Nearly 30 hours passed until 9:17 a.m. Saturday when a group of hunters called police to say they had found a man inside a sleeping bag on the side of the road, according to police. When Bonneville County deputies arrived at the scene, about 24 miles east of Idaho Falls, so he was going up in the woods. They identified the man as Best. Police found his vehicle, a black Chevy SUV, down an embankment off the road. The deputies soon located Zeke nearby, and the baby was pronounced dead at the scene, police said. Best was transported to the Bonneville County Jail on Saturday, according to Denton County authorities. He was expected to be arraigned Monday morning, East Idaho News reported. Brian Randall told people that he was not aware of any conflict between his sister and Beth, who he thought was a normal guy. That has changed in the days since a family lost two loved ones and an unborn child. Sometimes, Randall said, maybe you don't know people. You know? Maybe you don't know people. My. And something else just came through here, so I'm not even going to get into that, you guys. But let me see, because usually I don't look at, things, but, okay, so Lisa Calhoun got on here, and so she's got, these are diapers, cakes, and baby showers. Creation by Gigi. Creation by Gigi. So if I forget, everybody know I just said it's Creation by Gigi. Oh, but she's got this LOSPR. A few more pictures of my baskets. Okay. So we're going to put all those on there. We're going to put those on there. And I don't know how much she's charging for these baskets. But if you want to order somebody something really good, Creation by Gigi, you can get a hold of her, and I'm pretty sure she's going to give me the information that we can put it on there. So I will have done what I said I would do, and because I like it. I can't wait. But anyway, you guys, what do you guys think about this whole situation? Yes, Freddie says, every relationship ending you grieve also. Yes, you do. Sometimes you wish for the best, but like my mom always say, wish for the best, but expect the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just give you this scenario. I was gonna go take this test in 30 days. Now I'm wishing that I'm passing now. Now I'm saying I'm speaking it into existence, but I'm expecting that it can not work out like I wanted to. So my success coach said, then guess what? Just work on it more, So if you expect that it can turn out bad, then work on it some more until you feel a little bit more confident. Because I thought I can take the test as many times as I want to. No, I got one more chance to take it. And I didn't think I was gonna even get this close to it until 2025, 26, you guys, to be honest with you. And really, that's fine with me. If it works that way. I'm be a little bit disappointed because now they got me on this high horse talking about, yeah, you can do it, let's get it now, So now I'm like, okay. I wasn't ready for school now. I was just gonna take a class here, class there, and get in there get in where I fit in. And I'm still thinking like that. So it's no big deal. I wasn't prepared to go to school full time right now in my life. That's not what I was trying to do. It just actually happened that way. Anyway, anybody got any questions, comments, concerns that they want to put on here? Ask any questions. Freddie says, I talk to family and friends like it's not me, but someone else. Yeah, I do that sometimes too. I'll be like, hey, I got a friend that has this problem with drinking, and they, they just, they get annoying. They always, every time you turn around, they want to drink to this, drink to that, drink to this, and no, I don't drink, you guys. Matter of fact, I don't. But I mean, like I might have a margarita every year, blue moon, maybe 3 times a year. Ooh wee. But if I was doing it, that's how I would do it. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now what I do. I do have certain people that I can tell the truth to. But if they cross me in any kind of way, like talk about me or make fun of me, or I can hear it when we're talking, if they're really being compassionate about what I'm saying. Because sometimes when you're upset, the way that you're explaining it, you may not explain all the details. But the people that I surround myself around is people that I know that care about me. If I feel that you don't care about me, I basically make you leave me alone or get out of here. Sooner or later, you're going to leave, or I'm going to leave and not, return calls and all this other stuff. But if I know that they really, because you can't fake the funk for too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ask, and I might can ask a serious question to one person, but I won't ask another person that same question. Like, say for instance, let me give you an example. Nobody get your feelings hurt, because I'm just giving an example. They say, oh Lord, don't use me. I might go to Tina Powers and tell her about my marriage, but I may not want to tell Cynthia. I may not want to tell Cynthia. And we could be best of friends. But I may think Cynthia might be too harsh on the situation and not know all of the details. And Tina may be a little bit more passionate, quiet, and she may go, well, just hang in there. Because she may know what I may want. You know what I'm saying? And then, so therefore, I can come back and tell her more stuff. And until I'm ready to release that relationship, because sometimes a person, when they ready, that's when they ready. I may call Sanja Watts up, and she be very she has empathy for me, and just say, just pray about it. It'll work out, girl. It'll work out, And then I might call a friend named, Tanya. I got a girlfriend named Tanya that she be like, girl, I would go cheat. I would go do this. I would go do that. I'll go get his best friend. Such. Or even on a job, like I can't just jump up and just move on a job when I want to move on a job. I mean, I'm barely. I work a lot of hours, but I still live paycheck to paycheck. So when I quit a job, I gotta make sure still my bills are paid. So I can't have somebody tell me, girl, just quit that job. I can't do that. Even though I don't have kids and babies at home, I still need my lights on. And I may already be on a payment plan. I just can't quit like that. But I don't want to tell them, because people got to still have pride and have a little respect for themselves. So, and I'm just saying, so don't get mad if somebody talk to you or can't talk to you or whatever. But I called it on this one. When I seen his picture, I said, this man looks like he is going through it mentally. And that was one of his good pictures. Anyway, you guys, but it ain't always got to be that way, because what do it look like? What do a mental shutdown look like? It looks just like your neighbor. It looks like you. Look in the mirror. That's what it looks like. Sometimes you don't see the eyes. You don't get to know, or you may not have that discerning spirit. Because people always say, I got a discerning spirit. Well, why you didn't know about your ex-husband? Why'd you marry him if you got a discerning spirit? Or was it not active? So you listen to when you want to listen? Because when you have a discerning spirit, it picks up on a lot of things. Now, you may be hard-headed and may not want to listen to your discerning spirit if you do have it. And maybe that is why we are in our situation. Or when your spirit is telling you something and you go totally against it. Because I know for a fact, my ex-husband, I was not supposed to marry him. I know this. But I didn't listen. I went and married him anyway because he looked nice, he looked good, did a lot of things good. But one thing he didn't do good is have a monogamous, wholesome marriage. He did not do that good. So what happened? What did happen? Like I said, I knew. It wasn't my intuition or whatever you want to call it, discernment was broke. I knew. And I married him anyway because that's what I wanted to do. I just said, you know what? I'm going to marry him anyway because, these things are factors right now that I like or whatever. But that sometimes gets you in trouble. It's just like you could be liking, doing certain, off the chart curricular activities or something. I don't know. I'm just giving you a little. I don't want to say the words, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Well, that may not be a good thing, but if that's what you do, remember there's consequences. Like you might get checked and you might lose a good job, or you might get something bad, and then there you is like Jeremy Bass. Anyway, you guys, I'm just giving you a little bit of knowledge. Like my mother always say, if you don't know, live longer. You'll see it for yourself. And then maybe one of these days, the people come to you and ask you for your advice, and you can tell them, SP said, because my mama said that there'd be days like this. And she definitely was right, where people will be killing their own kids, eating them. The world just, the Bible tells you about it. And she just said, she said, you don't see it? And I'd be like, Mama, there's good people. But you know what? There's nothing new under the sun. Trust and believe. And think about it. When the first time, when the Lord came down, and Abraham and not Abraham and Isaac, but Abraham and Lot and all that, and he went into the certain cities and said that he was going to go see. He was talking about Abram turned his name to Abraham, or Abraham turned to Abram. I can't remember now, but anyway, nevertheless, he went to these cities to see was it true what he'd been hearing. So that tells you that there's little angels or things going around taking notes about what's going on and making sure that the Lord knows about it. So when you go to the Lord, don't think that the Lord don't know about your situation, because he already heard about it. He heard that you didn't have the money to pay the bills. He heard that the dish ran away with the spoon. He heard that your car broke down. He heard that they did you wrong and stole your money. He heard that your best friend lied on you. He heard it already. He heard you cussing, drinking, smoking, thinking, and having sex with the neighbor. He heard it already. It's not new to him. He's an all-knowing God. So then, why do when we get ourselves in a situation and the consequences come up, we sit there and say, Lord, come and help me, hurry up, hurry up. I don't pray to a God like that. I just don't. He already know. And so he already know the emergency. And to be honest with you, it's already taken care of. He already know what you gonna do. He gonna know you. And that's one thing. You gonna say, I'm gonna trick God. I'm gonna ask him to help me this time. Well, you ain't tricked nobody. He is already in the work. So what should we do? We should do the right thing at all times. And in that way, we ain't gotta worry about it. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I done spoke a little bit longer than what I thought I was gonna speak on. But I love you guys. I really do. And this wasn't a lesson, but it was a lesson because at all times that we should always try to keep our brothers and sisters, we're supposed to be like our keeper. So, you may not know me from Can of Paint, but like I said, there's no reason for me to come on here, waste my whole hour telling you something that you should already know. So if you got that friend that you say call a friend, but you ain't speaking to, go and do the right thing and apologize and be a friend. All right, you guys. If you love on them, they say if you want friends, you got to be friendly. All right, you can't say that you a good person and the person that you say is your friend you don't even talk to. I got a friend, I told you guys this about a couple of years ago. She called me her best friend. She said, girl, you my best friend. And I was like, really? Because I haven't talked to you in like 3-4 years. we live 1 block from each other and I ain't seen you. Matter of fact, I went to the hospital. I'm talking about on life support. I mean, didn't know who I was. I still didn't see you. But you say I'm your best friend? Girl, please. Hey, best friends like that, I don't need enemies, huh? Anyway, you guys, be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.